My girlfriend looked at me with sparkling eyes and said, "You're boring, just nice." I stood up, paid the bill, and walked out with a storm in my heart. All night, I kept wondering what had happened to me. By morning, I buried it all and stepped into a new life. A few months later, her message lit up my screen. The guy she left me for had ruined her life completely. Hey viewers, if you like listening to such stories, please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. I'm 26, and until 3 months ago, I thought I had everything figured out. I was dating Natalie for almost 2 years. We met at a mutual friend's birthday party, and honestly, it felt easy from day one. She was spontaneous where I was careful, loud where I was quiet. People always said we balanced each other out. I believed them. The night it happened was a Friday in August. We'd gone to this Italian place she loved, the one with the checkered tablecloths and candles that dripped wax everywhere. I'd made a reservation weeks in advance because she'd been dropping hints about wanting to go back. The food was good. The conversation was fine. Normal. Then dessert came. She was picking at her tiramisu, not really eating it, just moving her fork around. I asked if something was wrong. She put the fork down, looked at me with this expression I'd never seen before, like she'd been rehearsing something, and said, "Can I be honest with you about something?" My stomach dropped, but I nodded. "You're a really good guy," she started. "Like, genuinely good. You remember my coffee order. You text me good morning every day. You never forget important dates." I remember thinking, okay, this doesn't sound bad. Then she hit me with it. "But you're boring. You're just nice. That's all you are. Nice and predictable and safe, and I can't do this anymore." I sat there, fork halfway to my mouth, trying to process what she'd just said. Boring. Yeah. We never do anything exciting. You never surprise me. Everything with you is planned and measured, and she waved her hand vaguely. I don't know, sterile? I feel like I'm dating a checklist. A checklist, I repeated, feeling my face getting hot. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said it like that. But I've been feeling this way for months, and I can't keep pretending. I put my fork down. My hands were shaking. "So what do you want to do?" She didn't answer right away. She looked down at her plate, then back at me. "I think we should take a break. Figure out what we really want." I knew what that meant. Everyone knows what a break means. I pulled out my wallet, dropped enough cash to cover the bill and a generous tip, and stood up. She looked shocked, like she expected me to argue or beg. "Take care of yourself, Natalie," I said, and I walked out. I didn't sleep that night. I kept replaying the conversation in my head, dissecting every word. Boring. Predictable. Safe. I'd spent 2 years trying to be a good boyfriend, and apparently that was my crime. By the time the sun came up, I'd made a decision. I wasn't going to chase her. I wasn't going to ask what I did wrong. I was done. I blocked her number. I unfollowed her on everything. I deleted our photos. Then I threw myself into work and the gym like my life depended on it. I picked up hobbies I'd been putting off, started learning guitar, signed up for a kickboxing class, even went on a weekend road trip by myself just to prove I could. People at work noticed I was different. Sharper. More confident, maybe. I wasn't trying to become someone else. I was just tired of being the guy who got called boring. Update 1. About 6 weeks after the breakup, I ran into one of Natalie's friends at a coffee shop. Rachel. She looked uncomfortable the second she saw me, like she wanted to disappear into the floor. "Hey," she said, shifting her weight from foot to foot. "Hey." She hesitated, then leaned in slightly. "Look, I probably shouldn't tell you this, but Natalie's seeing someone." I already knew, honestly. Mutual friends had mentioned it in passing, trying to be casual about it. "Okay. It's Marcus." That stopped me. Marcus was this guy from her gym. She'd mentioned him exactly twice in our entire relationship, both times in passing. Tall, tattoos, drove a motorcycle. The kind of guy who posted shirtless gym selfies with captions about grinding and hustling. I remembered thinking he seemed like a tool, but I never said anything because I trusted her. "How long?" I asked. Rachel looked away. "I don't know for sure, but I think they were talking before you guys broke up." There it was. The confirmation I didn't want, but somehow expected. She hadn't left me because I was boring. She left me because she already had someone else lined up. "Thanks for telling me," I said, and I meant it. Rachel looked relieved. "You seem like you're doing better, by the way." "I am." And I was. Yeah, it stung to know she'd probably been emotionally cheating, maybe more, but it also validated my decision to cut her off completely. I wasn't going to waste any more energy on someone who could do that. Update 2. 2 months after the breakup, I started seeing someone new. Her name was Lily, and we met through a friend of a friend at a concert. She was smart, funny, had her life together. We took things slow, which felt right. I told her about Natalie early on, kept it brief, and she appreciated the honesty. Meanwhile, through the grapevine, I heard things about Natalie and Marcus weren't going great. Apparently, he was the jealous type. Didn't like her talking to guy friends. Wanted to know where she was all the time. Got into arguments with her in public. I didn't feel smug about it. I just felt nothing, which was its own kind of relief. Then one night in early November, my phone buzzed with a message from an unknown number. I almost deleted it, but something made me open it. Hey, it's Natalie. I know you blocked me, but I really need to talk to you. Please. I stared at that message for a solid 5 minutes. Part of me wanted to ignore it completely, but curiosity won. I didn't unblock her number. I just responded from the unknown thread. What do you want? Her response came fast, like she'd been waiting by her phone. Can we meet? Just for coffee. I need to explain some things. Please. I'm really not okay. I should have said no. I should have blocked the number and moved on. But there was something in the way she worded it that made me pause. I'm not okay. Against my better judgment, I agreed to meet her the next day at a neutral coffee shop across town. Update 3. She looked different. Thinner. Dark circles under her eyes. Her hair was pulled back in a messy ponytail, and she was wearing sweats and an oversized hoodie. This wasn't the Natalie I remembered, the one who spent an hour getting ready just to go to the grocery store. She saw me and tried to smile, but it didn't reach her eyes. We ordered coffee. She paid for hers, I paid for mine, and sat down in the back corner. Thanks for coming, she said quietly. What's going on, Natalie? She wrapped her hands around her cup like she was trying to warm them. Marcus and I broke up. I didn't say anything. It was bad. Really bad. He wasn't who I thought he was. At first, it was exciting, you know? He was spontaneous and intense, and everything felt like an adventure. But then it turned into control. He didn't like me going out without him. He'd check my phone, accuse me of flirting with random guys, start fights over nothing. Last week he showed up at my apartment drunk at 2 in the morning, screaming that I was ruining his life. My neighbor called the cops. I processed that. Did he hurt you? Not physically, but emotionally. Yeah, he destroyed me. I lost friends because of him. He convinced me they were toxic, that I was better off without them. He made me quit my gym, got me fired from my job because he kept showing up and causing scenes. My life is a mess. I wanted to feel bad for her. Part of me did. But another part of me remembered sitting in that restaurant, being called boring, watching her light up when she talked about wanting something more exciting. I'm sorry that happened to you, I said carefully. But why are you telling me this? She looked at me, eyes filling with tears. Because I was wrong. About everything. About you. You weren't boring, you were stable. You weren't predictable, you were reliable. And I threw it away because I thought I wanted something different, and now I have nothing. There it was. I miss you, she continued. I miss us. I know I don't deserve another chance, but I've changed. I see things differently now. I just want to talk, see if maybe. Natalie, I cut her off. I'm seeing someone. She froze. What? I'm dating someone. Her name's Lily. We've been together for about a month, and it's good. Really good. Her face crumpled. A month? You moved on that fast. It's been 3 months since we broke up. And you were with Marcus before we even ended, so I don't think you get to be upset about the timeline. She opened her mouth, then closed it. Tears started falling. I hope you figure things out, I said, standing up. I really do. But I'm not your backup plan, and I'm not going to be the guy you run back to when things don't work out with someone else. Please, she whispered. I made a mistake. Yeah, you did. But that's not my problem anymore. I walked out for the second time, and this time, I felt nothing but relief. Final update. It's been a month since that coffee shop meeting. Natalie tried texting me a few more times, but I blocked the number. I heard through Rachel that she moved back in with her parents and is working on getting back on her feet. Marcus apparently moved to another city. Good riddance to both of them. Lily and I are still together. She knows about the coffee shop meeting. I told her everything, and she appreciated that I was upfront about it. We're taking a trip next month, something spontaneous she planned. Turns out I'm not boring when I'm with someone who actually appreciates me. I don't hate Natalie. I don't wish bad things on her. But I also don't feel sorry for her. She made her choices, and she has to live with them. I made mine, and I'm better for it. Edit 1. A few people have asked if I ever found out when exactly she started talking to Marcus. Rachel told me later that Natalie admitted they'd been messaging for about 3 weeks before the breakup dinner. So yeah, she was already halfway out the door when she called me boring. Edit 2. Someone asked if Marcus ever tried contacting me. Nope. And honestly, I'm glad. He's her mistake to deal with, not mine. Edit 3. For everyone asking about Lily, we're doing great. She's nothing like Natalie. We communicate, we respect each other's space, and she's never once made me feel like I'm not enough. That's all I ever wanted.